Weird question. What do you think is the biggest force that changes a culture? This guy said it was the medium of communication, like writing or radio, TV or the internet or cave paintings. And our biggest medium now is video. Whether you're watching the news, YouTube, or scrolling past them on your newsfeed, it's mainly videos. And it made me want to make an argument that entertainment is the super ideology of all discourse on the internet. Here's 7 ways how discourse is turned into entertainment by video. There's no Cancer Kid video so sad or no disaster so devastating that your tears aren't wiped away by clicking on the next video.
Oh my god, that was so sad. But if you see this video, it is like the perfect backflop, look. If you can't laugh at that, you may as well be dead.
We get a collective emotional ADHD. Our emotions become like those subatomic particles that jump in and out of existence every split second. They barely exist. If you can bounce from grief to laughter to heartbreak within minutes, they're not worth anything. Since video is a visual medium, pictures overshadow words. So content producers favor stories that have clearer pictures, like fights, explosions, or punchable faces, sex, or famous symbols. So any topic that's complex or reflective is sidelined, and our news winds up looking like this. According to this guy, the average length of a news story back in the 80s was 45 seconds. Today, it's 41. Now, this guy said that for any visual medium to keep people watching, you needed to keep everything brief, provide constant stimulation through action and movement. And if you're the audience, you were not required to pay attention to any concept or character or problem for more than a few seconds. Bite-sized is best, and complexity must be avoided. If you can't have complexity, you can't understand anything complex. So being informed by the news or YouTube means you only ever have a simple understanding of complicated issues. Presidential debates and debates as a whole are visual, and they have a short time format that caters to sound bites and one-liners. Instead of politicians giving off arguments, they give off impressions, so they look like they roasted the other guy better than anyone else. The coverage the next day is always, Tulsi Gabbard destroyed Kamala Harris. A person with these qualities, a tiny attention span, emotions that last seconds, and only understands simple things and only cares about who dunked on who, that person is pathetic. So how's our political culture not pathetic? You might want to say, nothing's stopping anyone from posting long and complex things. Yeah, but they don't get any views. Everything at the top has constant movement and jump cuts. Like PewDiePie has to do this every 5 seconds. It shatters the sensations of time and space into this addictive kaleidoscopic experience, where they're injecting reality with steroids and shoving it into a bottle and then shaking it. Whenever I see a video with heaps of jump cuts, I just think, oh, I've just watched the universe get 1,000 circumcisions. Problem is, when you get used to this drugged up, shredded cheese, dubstep flavored reality, real life becomes less appetizing. Your brain is atrophied into this fried mush. After I check my phone for like 10 minutes, I can't concentrate on my readings. Yeah, sure. Some videos are longer and they can go in depth. Joe Rogan podcasts last for hours and there's no cuts, and I love them. But it's still entertainment. Because, would you watch it if it was boring? No. You click on it because you know it'll be entertaining when Joey Diaz tells you about the time he was high on coke and kidnapped some guy. But alright, when Joe talks to interesting people, like Tulsi Gabbard, and she tells you about reading lists of her dead comrades, yeah, you're learning. But next week, it'll be another topic. You can't build. It's like watching one lecture, just skating along the surface of every topic. And sure, you can't be an expert in everything, obviously.
But on these platforms, you can't be an expert in anything.
When your knowledge can't build, you can't go in depth about anything. I think that's why most people have this vast feeling of lostness. It causes this mass, low self-esteem and powerlessness because you're not confident about anything. You don't have any concrete footing. It's this constant uncertainty. To fix this, just view anything visual as a taste tester, and if you're into it, read a book. Videos are the main way our culture learns about itself. So how videos stage the world becomes the example to follow for how the world should be staged. And since the most watched videos have to be entertaining, it turns life into a performance. When you're alone, you act as if you had an audience, modeling a life off 1,000 viral videos and TV shows, where you can have your underdog story,
Or your applause break moment.
warps you into this dramatic, combative, attention-seeking creature, where you experience a hollow life filled with empty highs and lows of emotion. It's fake. It's a fake life. I think there's a Shakespeare quote that I like. It goes, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women are merely players." I think the antidote to this is just to read more and go out more, and never be entirely stuck in one medium.
And try not to live your life like it's a movie.
That's it. See ya.